Three women disappeared from their own home in the middle of the night, and not a single trace has ever been found. The case would go on to baffle police, haunt a community, and spark decades of speculation. What happened inside that quiet house on a peaceful street would become one of America's most enduring mysteries. This is the chilling mystery of the Springfield Three. On June 7, 1992, best friends Susie Streeter and Stacy McCall celebrated their high school graduation. The air was filled with excitement and hope for the future, as the two girls posed for photos and hugged their friends goodbye, ready to embark on the next chapter of their lives. Later that night, they went to Susie's house to spend the night, joined by Susie's mother, Cheryl Levitt. The three women were last seen together in the cozy living room, unwinding after a long day. By the next morning, all three women were gone, vanished without a trace, leaving behind a scene that would puzzle investigators for years to come. Inside the house, nothing made sense. There were no obvious signs of violence or forced entry, but something was clearly wrong. The living room looked slightly disorganized, as if someone had left in a hurry or been interrupted. Their purses, keys, and cars were still there. It was as if the women had intended to return at any moment. The ordinary items left behind, wallets, makeup, cigarettes, suggested they hadn't planned to leave for long. The beds looked like they'd just been slept in. Pillows were indented, sheets rumpled, and the rooms felt lived in, as if the women had only just gotten up. The family dog was still at home, and there were no signs of a struggle. The dog, a small terrier, seemed anxious but unharmed, waiting by the door for its owners to return. It was as if the women had simply vanished into thin air. No neighbors heard anything unusual, and there were no witnesses to their disappearance. Friends who came by the next day noticed the porch light was broken. This small but strange detail would become a key part of the mystery, raising questions about whether someone had tampered with it to keep the house in darkness. The glass was swept up by someone who wasn't any of the missing women. This act, seemingly innocent, may have destroyed crucial evidence before police could investigate. Calls to the house's answering machine even recorded a strange message, but it was accidentally erased before investigators could hear it. To this day, no one knows what was said or who left the message. Police searched everywhere: local parks, lakes, even abandoned buildings. Volunteers joined the search, combing through woods and fields, desperate for any sign of the missing women. Hundreds of tips poured in, but none led to answers. Every lead was followed, every rumor investigated, but the trail always went cold. The case grew colder with every passing day. Rumors spread. Some believed the women had run away, while others whispered about darker possibilities. Some thought a stalker had taken the women. There were even reports of a strange man seen lurking near the house in the days before the disappearance. Others believed they were caught up in something bigger, maybe even a kidnapping gone wrong. Theories range from organized crime to a random act of violence, but nothing could be proven. Over the years, suspects were questioned, but no arrests were ever made. Each new lead brought hope, but always ended in disappointment. Despite national headlines, documentaries, and podcasts, the Springfield Three remain missing more than 3 decades later. The story has become a fixture in true crime circles, with amateur sleuths and professionals alike trying to crack the case. Their families still wait for answers, refusing to give up hope. Every year, they hold vigils and share memories, determined to keep the women's stories alive. The house at 1717 East Delmar has changed owners, but the mystery lingers. New families have moved in, but the shadow of that night remains. It's become a haunted landmark in Springfield, a constant reminder that sometimes the truth can disappear as suddenly as those we love. The unanswered questions continue to echo through the community, leaving everyone to wonder what really happened that night. If you want to dive deeper into unsolved mysteries and true crime stories, make sure to subscribe for more just like this. The story of the Springfield Three is far from over, and maybe one day the truth will finally come to light.